I did a poll recently on LinkedIn. I do one every single Monday, and it said, what do you find most difficult about getting your CEUs? And 60% of people said most courses aren't that good. Ouch. That brings me to our topic today, which is the ABA Speech Connection CEU membership, which is how I empower collaboration between speech therapists, BCBAs, and RBTs to create meaningful communication outcomes for autistic students. I am going to share in this episode what you can learn and how you can earn CEUs when you join the ABA Speech Connection membership. We offer live and recorded courses. It is an amazing option if you're paying for CEUs on your own, if you get a CEU stipend, or if you are a clinic owner and you want to have your organization join as a group. I believe in collaboration, and that collaboration starts from the ground up with ongoing training, resources, and support. So listen to this episode to see how you can join us in the ABA Speech Connection and you can feel confident in each and every therapy session. I'm Rose Griffin, a speech therapist, board-certified behavior analyst, and founder of ABA Speech. It wasn't all that long ago that I felt overwhelmed by providing therapy for my autistic students and any students who were not yet speaking. Fast forward through many doubts, tears, research, and courses, and you will see the framework that I use today and share with over 60,000 readers weekly. One that will help you support your students and feel more confident in the process. I created the ABA Speech podcast to give you simple, step-by-step strategies to help you reach all of your students wherever they are on their communication journeys. If you're a speech therapist, BCBA, RBT student, or parent who's looking to help all students develop a way to communicate with the world, you are in the right place, friend. Let's get started. Continuing education courses. We have to take them as speech therapists, BCBAs, and RBTs. Starting in 2026, RBTs will also have to earn CEUs. I wanted to take a very short amount of time today on the podcast to talk about the ABA Speech Connection. This is our ASHA and ACE CEU membership. I really want to empower collaboration between speech therapists, BCBAs, and RBTs to create meaningful communication outcomes for autistic students, but really all students. Communication is definitely at the forefront of everything that I do here at ABA Speech. And I am just so excited about the fact that we have had over 500 people join the ABA Speech Connection. I know that you have a choice when you choose your CEU providers, and I hope that you will think about learning more about the ABA Speech Connection in this very short solo show today and clicking on the link in the show notes to learn more about it. I wanted to share about all the exciting things that we do together. Every single month, we have at least one, but usually more like 3 live CEU courses. And so during this time, we just did a course about Gestalt language processing and how speech language pathologists and board certified behavior analysts can collaborate around that topic. We're going to do another one later this month about an SLP and a BCBA working together and giving case study examples of what that collaboration might look like. But we have courses about AAC. AAC is such a big topic. As a speech language pathologist, I took one course on AAC. I didn't learn a thing. And I learned everything I know about AAC in my workplace and in taking other courses that we've offered here in the connection. We have a wonderful relationship with Dr. Cindy Gavarter. She is a BCBAD and she has an AAC lab, and she has done a lot of courses for us about AAC. We have courses about AAC, AAC funding, AAC assessment, and it's really nice with this lens of being a speech therapist and BCBA to offer CEUs for both ASHA, which is what speech therapists need, and ACE CEUs for BCBAs and RBTs. People that are in the ABA Speech Connection really like that type of learning live. Some people say, hey, Rose, I cannot pay attention if I am watching a recorded course. And so I think that's great because I love attending live. We usually have about 200 or 300 people on our live webinar events, and the chat is definitely all lit up with people chiming in, giving advice, talking about things, lots of engagement. If you can't join us for our live CEUs that we do throughout the month, then they all go into our CEU library, which is our recorded courses. Some people love recorded courses like, oh, I have a client that canceled, so I'm going to watch this recorded course. And I'm really proud to share that you can earn all of your CEUs now in the membership. So if you need 4 hours of supervision as a BCBA, we have it. If you need ethics courses, we have those. We have everything. We have diversity. We have lots of great speakers. And what I've tried to really do, and the people that I have asked to come and present, is create this really curated professional development experience that is timely, that is engaging, and where you are going to learn. A lot of our CEUs are obviously based on communication. And so we have had a wonderful array of courses. We've had courses about restrictive and repetitive behavior with Dr. Jonathan Fernand out of Florida. Such a great course. We've had Dr. Dan Mateer come and talk about safety when you're working with students who engage in very unsafe problem behavior that is a barrier to their learning. Dr. Shannon Shea came on and talked about managing anxiety. What a great course. We've had amazing courses from Jeremy Madiri, my friend and colleague, who passed away so sadly this year, but himself and Amanda Shea from Insight, his clinic, came and talked about the AIM curriculum. The AIM curriculum is an amazing curriculum that talks about social skills and social emotional aspects of learning. So many wonderful courses. And what's so cool is that we have had groups join the ABA Speech Connection. And what's nice about that is you're learning together. Anytime a group joins, you save, you get group pricing. So the membership, as of when we're taping now, is $25 a month. You can sign up, cancel at any time. I don't think you'll want to, but you can. Or $247 for the year, which is a really great deal with all the CEUs and the community aspect that you get as well. We have a really nice community aspect where you can ask questions. Every single person gets to do an onboarding call with me if you want to talk about the membership or have any questions about being a BCBA or an SLP. I talk to people all week. We have members that are international from Indonesia. We have a couple members from Indonesia, people from here in the States. It's really nice for me to talk to people in the membership. Maybe you join, you do an onboarding call, and then when we do a live webinar, I see that you're here. We've had a lot of our members also on the podcast. We've had Cindy Watson on 3 times. She's from down south, and we've had Susan on and Linda and Ashley and so many people from the connection onto the podcast, which is nice to share their lived experience as a speech therapist, as a BCBA. Jennifer Houston came on recently and talked about her journey of being duly certified. So it's a very nice sense of community, which I think it's fun to learn together. You can join individually. You can join. I just had somebody contact me today and say, hey, can you get set up as a preferred vendor from my school district? And that is absolutely something that we do. If you want to join as a group, you get group pricing. You also can have the add-on of clinical roundtables where I will meet with your clinic to talk about AAC or collaboration around Gestalt language processing or behavior. These are just some of the topics that I usually discuss during those clinical roundtable discussions. And usually when you sign up for a group, I will also do a 1-hour live talk for your clinical team. I think it's such a nice way to transform your practice. It's one thing to go go to a conference and you learn things. And then when you come back and you unpack your suitcase and do all the things and you get to work, it's hard to really take what you learned and utilize it in your therapy. But that's why I love this holistic way to learn. If you have a group and there's a speech therapist and a BCBA and RBTs from your team, you can take these trainings together, have this dialogue, do a clinical roundtable with me, and talk about how can we then implement this into our clinical practice. And once we do that, what questions do we have? And I love, love, love being that source of support. So at the start of the school year, that's one other thing I haven't really shared, that I've decided to not go back to my 2-day-a-week school-based SLP position. I've really decided that ABA speech is taking all of my time in the best way. And so I've decided to focus on ABA speech and the ABA speech connection 100% of the time. So I will be here for you to answer any questions that you have. We really are proud to be able to offer ACE CEUs for BCBAs and RBTs, and also ASHA CEUs for speech therapists. We do have an RBT tier and student pricing as well, and you will get some savings from those as well. That's all included. I'll include that portion of the website in our show notes. And I know that you have a decision about where to spend your CEU stipend or where you're going to earn your CEUs. And I hope that you will consider the ABA Speech Connection. We are 500 members strong. We have 2 groups in the membership, making up about half the membership. Almost 250 people have joined us from groups. And it's been really nice to work with different groups in the clinical roundtables where they take courses. I'm able to answer questions and be a support to you, because that's really why I started ABA Speech, is to help all autistic learners find a way to communicate with the world. And what better way to do that by taking CEUs that are meaningful, that are functional, that are going to help you transform your practice and just fill you with confidence when you go into each and every therapy session. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the ABA Speech Podcast. Next, we will get into our regular programming. We have an amazing array of speakers coming for you in this section of 2025. We're going to be talking about feeding. We're going to be talking about potty training, sleep. We're going to be talking about communication, really advanced communication skills, and really get into the nuance of how do we help support our learners. Until next time, I hope I'll see you on a live webinar or in the ABA Speech Connection.